A lot of my clients are actually doing mediation, and they're also doing child inclusive mediation, which is really helpful because it gets the children involved. So generally speaking, resolution of financial matters, so sorting out what happens with the house, if there's pensions, what's going to happen with pensions. More importantly, if there's children, what's happening with the children, where the children will spend time, what they'll do during the holidays, term time, etc. So if it's about finances, then what the mediator will do is prepare something called a memorandum of understanding, which is just an agreement that sets out what they've discussed in mediation, sets out all the information, and that then goes to the lawyer who would prepare something called a consent order. So if my client came to me, and I've got a few at the moment actually, who've done mediation and sent me the memorandum of understanding, I then prepare a consent order, which is sent to the other side's solicitor along with another form, and we then agree the terms of that before we send it to the court.
Yes, that must save them quite a lot of time and acrimony, being able to discuss things between the two of them and then just come to a solicitor with an agreement rather than having to fight things out in court, which I understand is very expensive and time consuming at the moment, particularly as the court system is very clogged up.
It helps them to maintain good and healthy relationships, especially when there's children involved. So it is working. So the mediator actually meets with the children without the parents, which is quite good because the kids are allowed to have their say. So they tell the mediator whatever they want to tell the mediator. It's very helpful because they can give the mediator permission to either go and tell their parents what they said or to say nothing. So it allows them to go into a safe space, I suppose, and speak freely without worrying that they're kicking aside or that whatever they say in mediation is going to go back to mum and dad. And it makes the process a lot easier, not just for the parents, but more importantly for the children, because they communicate what it is they feel they want to happen. And yes, you have to act in your children's best interest, but you also need to take into consideration what your children want, bearing in mind their ages. And the older they are, the more likely their view would be taken, even if you were in the formal court arena. So mediation and child inclusive mediation specifically is very, very helpful with doing that.